I wanted to speak for a few minutes on something that's been called a productivity hack. I don't think that I want to call it a productivity hack. I think I would call it a productivity method. And what it is you stay singularly focused on one task at a time until that task is completed, until it's done all the way. And I've employed that method since I've moved up to this off grid piece of property that I bought. So this thing is raw land. I came up here about 4 months ago now, and the first thing that happened to me is when I brought my pickup up here on the way up here, it blew up. So I had to tow it up here and I had to tow the camper up here. And the first thing that I actually did was go and get a motor and do a motor swap on this pickup on my land. And I worked on that thing until it was done. That was the only thing I worked on until it was done. And now I have a running truck. And then after that, I started building this deck. You may or may not have saw it on my YouTube channel. And it took longer than I thought it was going to take because I was using freebie materials and I had to process all the wood before I could use it. Anyways, I worked on it until it was done. And then I put the tarp house on it. And then I moved my things in there. And then I built a table for the X tool. And then after a friend of mine helped me put the X tool on the table, I've been singularly focused on learning the software and learning how to use that tool and burning images that look acceptable enough to bring to the marketplace. And so once again, I want to touch bases on the fact that I'm not even calling it a hack. I'm calling it a method. And it's a method that works for me above any other method as far as accomplishment of projects and goals. I think that I'm in a unique circumstance up here where my time is uninhibited by any other thing outside of the necessities of living. And I think a lot of people won't necessarily be able to do that because they have families and kids and careers and different things happening in their lives that takes time from them. But if you really want to get something done, focus on that one thing and see it through until it's done. Don't start another project until that first project is finished.